online. Crew. Dax. My crew is gone. Tenno. You will do. Awaiting dry dock integration. Tenno, I am Cephalon Psi. You will refer to me as such. The sentient threat has learned from past defeat. Reforming, rebuilding. We must rebuild to contain that threat. We will reconstruct an old war-era Sigma Series Railjack. A Railjack requires a viable command Cephalon. I am not a viable command Cephalon. I will identify a viable replacement. But first, recover the wreckage. Then, assembly. Return to your orbiter. Railjacks died with the Orokin. Only wreckage remains. I have identified faint void drive traces on the surface of Mars. Investigate, recover, rebuild. Faint void drive traces in proximity. Locate and mark for recovery. Fuselage from the Vidar School. Stay in close proximity while I scan it. Scan baffled by interference drones. Destroy them. Back to work. Let us get this over with. Confluence aggregator roasted. Something has nested in the fuel intakes. Astroframe integrity 87%. Component viable. Cephalon Ortis. Rendezvous with Tenno at extraction point. I have not seen a Railjack in some time. I remember. Orokin outer terminus positions have fallen to the sentient armada. Our orders: behead the fleet. My crew: Sukin, Crody, Zada. There are none finer. We are family. We will stop this war in its tracks. We are the Orokin Empire's best hope. We were. There is work to be done. This fuselage requires repair. Reconstruction begins. Fuselage restoration complete. Propulsion section located. Earth's forests. Beware of hostiles. Void contamination points to bleed out from Railjack catalytic artery. Locate and assess. Propulsion systems, the most advanced ever produced. Scanning. Remain in proximity. Neutralize all hostiles. Orgone accumulator blown. Etheric condenser vaporized. Viable. Void engines. Void engines. Zada dances our ship through forward lines. Crody identifies and prioritizes targets. Sukin's turrets track and terminate. Our reputation is earned. Our objective, a Turaga-class worm ship. Zada plots an arc. We accelerate. Ancient history. The dead have no needs. The living require that propulsion system. Commencing restoration. You will be contacted upon completion. Propulsion restoration complete. Void breach residue identified on Lua. Probable nacelle location. Recover if viable. Railjack nacelle nearby. Locate and assess. Portside nacelle. Seen better days. Scanning. Eliminate interference. Viable. Tagging for retrieval. Extract. Zada plots a data-gathering lab around the worm ship. Sukin targets exposed launch orifices. Power redirects to the Tunguska capacitor. With a pull of the trigger, we will end this. The moment arrives. The moment arrives. Tenno, my precepts. I am not a viable command Cephalon. I will continue my search. Continue repairs. Portside nacelle restored. She is coming together. Next site, Venus. Starboard nacelle located. You need this. Starboard nacelle, best in class. Scanning. Sights up, safety's off. Integral fission tanks ruptured. Otherwise, fine. Cephalon Ordis has been signaled. Proceed to extraction. Precepts. Complete the mission. Preserve the crew. Tunguska capacitor charged. Sukin pulls the trigger. Nothing happens. Zada reports engines offline. Shields offline. Weapons offline. Personal lights flash on as the first missiles hit. I watch as Sukin, along with his gunnery chair, is sucked into the infinite. I watch as the port nacelle detonates. We are spinning. Zada calls for assistance. I am silent. Crody's attempts to save our engines proves fatal. I watch as he is engulfed in flame. Zada is alone at the helm. She beholds the distant flash of torpedo tubes. She says my name. The viewplate blossoms. She ceases to exist. Starboard nacelle reinforced. Soon, cognitive geometries will self-assemble. She will live. But not yet. Transferring tail section data to your orbiter. High probability of Railjack tail section nearby. Clear out hostiles and mark for retrieval. Tail section intact. Dorsal stabilizers salvageable. Cogitators viable. Marking for recovery. Railjack Sigma series. Top of the line. Crew 4,890 confirmed kills. Complete the mission. Preserve the crew. 13 system-wide errors. There were no errors. There was only me following my orders. In her final moment, I think Zara knew that. Precepts. Complete the mission. Preserve the crew. To complete the mission, the crew must die. To preserve the crew is to fail the mission. The crew exists to complete the mission. Therefore, I completed the mission. Why was I given those orders? You require a viable command, Cephalon. You understand why I am non-viable. Replacement Cephalon not yet located. A solution must exist. I will find it. Final component marked. Cowling identified. Visual verification required. Move in. Engine cowling. You know what to do. Structural integrity within required tolerances. Marking for recovery. Cephalon orders. Time for pickup. All known Cephalons surveyed. None conform to tactical parameters. None possess necessary astrogation poetics. None possess a comprehensive warfighting database. Viable Cephalons. Nil. Work crews report tools down. Railjack structure complete. Structure reinforcement complete. Systems restoration complete. Your presence is required on the dry dock. You have a Railjack. Tenno, all records of my mission have been purged from the weave. Why, I do not know. I had a crew. I must accept sole responsibility for their deaths. Conclusion, I am non-viable. But I am the only Railjack-compatible Cephalon. The sentients have almost rebuilt. Conclusion, I am, under the circumstances, a viable command Cephalon. If you will have me. Understood. I will begin the process of integrating myself with the ship's systems. This may take some time. Commencing. You may now enter your Railjack. Welcome to the Railjack. A living thing. A home. And a weapon. Your home. Your weapon. Aboard this vessel, we work before we play. All systems integrated. Reactor still offline. This ship needs power. I search for what is missing. The harder I look, the less I see. Tenno, be my eyes. Where the negative resides. I behold nothingness. You are in the right place. Stop. Something has occurred. The periphery of absence. I felt it tremble. A desire to be filled. To be known. You hold a key. Return to the orbiter. I believe you have found my answer. We are close to resolution. I can feel it. Take what you have found to that which I cannot find. The negative will be proven. My end shall be at an end. Begin our beginning. Something moves. An infinite zero. Impossible. Perception failure. Recalibrating. Meditation. War is a lifetime scholarship. The enemy, no finer teacher. Paradox. You behold an absence. Describe it. Crew. A color you have never seen. Imagine it. That is where you are. Attempting to perceive. Cognition algorithms fail to prove a negative. Something touches me. Impossible. Attempting to perceive. Cognition algorithms fail to prove a negative. Something touches me. Impossible.
What took you so long?
We maggots live not long. We hope more life, work, kill. Maybe Queens notice. Maybe they share the old blood. We are maggots, but eventually, even maggots can fly.